this is ProductionsHyperCam, and today I will be doing a basic video guide for Dead Frontier. Firstly though, I have just revamped my entire channel, my fuck off bitch, my channel, my background and my intro, so hit the like button down below. That fails. Okay. Secondly, opening joke of the week. What do you get when you cross a mango and an apple? A lawsuit, that's right. So anyways, I will show you my little notepad here I've got here. Oh, that's a little notepad guideline, as you can from the title, which is cleverly renamed. Oh, you see, this is what I'm going to go over. Okay, so Dead Frontier. Well, this guide is for levels 1 to 10, up to levels 1 up to level 45. The second video I will be doing about guides in about 3 episodes or so will be the more advanced version, covering level 45 plus stuff, and I might make a separate looting explained video. Okay, so firstly, it's always about your passwords. Always about your passwords. Have a secure password, you know, more than 6 characters, all that jazz over there. Okay, that's the first part out of the way. Done. Scamming. Okay. Scamming is not very common in Dead Frontier, as people will get banned quite a lot, because these guys here, the mods, are actually mods. They actually give a fuck. It's not a shit game like if you've ever played Habbo. I don't think any of you have. If you've ever played Habbo, that game had the worst moderation in the world. No wonder it got nearly took down. Just like Apple. Okay, what to do before starting? Firstly, before starting, I'd recommend you all check out the DRLP Ultimate Guide. Herp derp, herp dee derp. Okay, so don't know, I'm using my laptop and shit's quite slow on this compared to my actual gaming rig. Okay, this is the new player guide that you want to click on. Basically just scroll down, hit the new player guide. Now this is like the motherland of nerds, okay? You should really read this. This will help. I'm just going to open up the effective build templates. If you want to know what I personally do, I just I have my own sort of build. I'll show you later. Okay. Anyways, critical builds, assault builds, hybrid builds, PvP builds. The critical build is probably the cheapest to maintain. It's pretty much melee, hit, stab, shoot. So the way a critical build goes: loot, crap. I can't even bothered. Okay. These are the various guides and builds. Okay, so I've just magically logged into my Epic Boss account. I've got the new player DRLP guide opened up, and I will show you what that is. It's a very useful guide to have for new players if you're new to your game, or if you find it really hard. The game in itself is not hard until you hit level 40 plus, really, because that's when shit gets down, bro. I'll just look at my own stats and tell you what is best. Okay, well, if you ever open up the wiki, that's a really good reading material. I'm telling you right now, pages and pages of good shit. Okay, well, firstly, strength in a looting build is pretty shit. Okay, you'd rather have endurance 100 and 25 default strength, so you can equip a mesh GT. Mesh GTs are fuck off, bitch. Are quite good. Okay, they're quite good because they would take more hits than an XT with default endurance. That's just more advanced shit there. Okay, firstly, Secondly, thirdly, the first thing you ever want to level is agility. Always agility, because you want to run fast. Running fast means running away from zombies. Less zombies means less deaths, and it really helps out in grinding and loot and grinding situations where like there's like a reaper and he literally just run into his ass and he doesn't care. Running helps for some reason, I don't know. I just run into shit and they forget about me. Okay, fuck off. Alright then, we have accuracy. Accuracy is one of the things you should look into at later levels. That's like 35 plus, because if you've got like a pistol or a knife, it gives a shit if you miss a couple of bullets. They're only .32, they're not worth a lot. You can always go in closer, shoot more. Better if you go in closer actually. Anyways, then there is critical hit. Critical hit is what you should get to about 70, 68, 57. Basically, at high level, you will probably learn what MC is. I'll show you what MC is. Fuck this guide. So I've just went over to a marketplace here. I'm gonna try and find an MC'd item. Let's go for battle axe. For millions of these. Okay, this is what MC is. Wait, I'll just scroll down. So there doesn't seem to be any good MCs, so whatever. Anyways, MCs basically the added bonuses you get to your profile. So the max bonus you can ever get, the max level in one single thing and this thing is 124. Strength, there are no bonuses for strength. I don't think you'd ever want any bonuses for this crap. Okay, so GC is basically the ultimate version of MC. GC basically stands for God Crafted Items, which is perfect +8 +8 +8 stats, which is like a lot more common in the later levels. But because I'm at Nastya's, which is like where you just start off at Nastya's outpost, everything is pretty shit. I'm telling you, should always move. Not because you're a gypsy, but because like it's better. Critical hit to so with your MC stats, if you have 3 weapons with about roughly 4 or 5 MC, you're getting about 10, 15, 20 plus stats. Basically you just want to hit 80 critical hit mark, so you can use your pen knives and shit more efficiently. Basically anything melee will use a very high critical hit. Some actually use high, which they're the shit melees. Fuck off, the shit melees. As you get higher up to like level 50, 60, 70, pretty much all of them use very high critical hit. Which a critical hit, now to explain what a critical hit is, a hit where it does 5 times more damage than regular hits. So what it looks like is when you hit a zombie, more blood, and there'll be a different sound effect to when it normally hits a zombie. By the time you hit level 45, if you maxed out critical hit to 80, you'd probably hear it a lot more. Also, do not waste any critical hit points unless you have like a pistol or rifle above 80, because 80 is what the maximum a battle axe uses or high end level melee weapons use. They do not go over 80. Anything over 80 will not be used. So with 80 critical hit on a very high critical weapon, whether that be a melee weapon or a rifle, it have an 80% chance of hitting a critical hit, so 80% chance of doing 5 times more damage than regular, which is good. Okay, now reloading. Depending on what kind of build you have, say if you have MG, later levels reloading might be okay, but that's only until you hit level 50ish. Alright, so just to recap, fuck you, motherfucker. Just to recap, strength shit, endurance okay, agility very good, accuracy okay, critical hit very good, reload okay. In order of what you should level up with, agility number 1 to 100, then critical hit to 80, or 112 if you choose rifle slash pistol slash MG as your second weapon. An MG stands for machine gun if you didn't already know. And then after you have critical hit, I would go endurance. A lot of people tell you that endurance is a dump start. Basically, once you get to high levels, this is what you should waste all your points into. But it's not. It's really not. It's a lot better than having a XT wasting like fuck you 75 extra points into strength when you literally do not use it. Because with a melee weapon, they do not use any strength. A rifle doesn't. Pistols don't. Shotguns do. Some SMGs use 30 and HMGs use 100. Explosives don't, I think. So yeah, okay, endurance third, and then dump into reload. Well, it depends how your build goes really, which I'll be talking about after. So now proficiencies. I'll just open a wiki tab here to look at the weapons while I'm at it. So first thing you do on any account, well, depends how your build goes. Unless you've got like 5 million to buy titanium blades as waste money, you should always go 100 melee. It is shit without 100 melee. If you don't do PvP all the time, remember PvP is a waste of time unless you have like 500 quid spare in your credit card. Then PvP is a waste of time. Okay, so I'll be looking at melee weapons. Okay, by the time you reach about level 10 or so, it'll be quite easy with a penknife to hit level 10. I've only been on this account for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to record me killing a flaming zombie, I think it was. Okay, anyways, I'll have a look. By level 10 you should have about 50 melee, which is enough to buy a shovel. Even though it might seem like utter shit, a shovel is really quite awesome for your level. Yeah, I remember when I was about level 10, 15, I think a shovel took about 2 or 3 hits to kill a zombie, and that was when I was stationed at about Dog's Stockade. Or the Chris. The Chris is basically just a cheaper, shittier, smaller version. It's not shitty, well, it depends really. If there's a Chris going for like less than half the price of a shovel, I would probably buy the Chris to save me cash at that level, because at level 10 you want to save up on cash. And the shovel should do you good until until you get like, I don't know, if you about 80 melee, 70 melee, which I would then recommend a wood axe or a saber. Depending on how fast you level, I would probably just, if it was me, I would wait until I can afford a battle axe or a katana at 100 melee, because these are like the ultimate weapons. In my eyes, they are the end game weapons, because you don't need any more than a katana to take out any regular zombie. Okay, we've looked enough of that. Now to look at the pistols. Well, pistols, I would recommend pistols if you had about I wouldn't go pistols. I would really just go rifles. Why would I not choose pistols? Because pistols, fuck you, mother. Okay, How do you fix this? Keep a cook. Hmm. No. Let's get trolled. Pistols are worse because the ammo costs a lot more. Most normal pistols have high critical hit chance. The revolvers, thank God, have a very high critical hit chance. Well, which is good because you don't waste like 30 points, which is like 5 levels, which comes in very important later on. Well, overall, pistols would cost more to maintain and to buy actually. The co-op shooter is like 5-6 mil, I think, or is it 3 mil? I don't know. If you want the best pistol, I would say it's a 475 Magnum. Even though it's not statistically the best pistol, it's better than a co-op shooter because well, I'll show you why. It's better than a co-op shooter because it hits 66.57, which I think is enough to kill a single zombie, but it hits that twice per second. This hits 1.5 times per second, but it's like overkill. It does excess damage, which is wasted, and you waste time literally because it's 1.5 hits per second. The downside of the 475 is that it's a lot more. Well, not a lot more. It's pretty much just a bit more stat consuming because it has high critical hit chance instead of very high, which is wasted about 20 points, I'd say. Okay, why you should go rifles instead of pistols? Rifles are the ultimate loot and shoot weapon. Rifles and pistols both do not cause any aggro, but they do cause, well, aggro is when the zombies from the instance of the area that you're in surround you. Rifles don't cause that, they only cause zombies on the screen near you to come try and fuck you up. I wouldn't actually purchase any rifle. Well, I don't know. What I did was I went from level 20 or so with a katana to about level 40 with a VSS Vintorez. Okay, well, depending on how much cash you have, you can either go VSS Vintorez or you can go Corpse Piercer. But firstly, because you'll be such a low level and you want a rifle just to shoot some shit, I would recommend you go MSG9. MSG9 because of, well, it's one hit, one kill if you hit critical, and by level 30 or so you probably have, and you'll probably get bored of melee a bit. I don't know. I wouldn't really buy an MSG9 because 7.5 is like 10 grand a box. That's right, a box. It's a complete rip-off. And let's downgraded version of other rifles. Okay, anyways, I will continue the next part of this guide because it's going to be a pretty long guide. It's going to be about 30 minutes or so because there's a lot of shit I have to cover on Dead Frontier and it's quite boring. Apologise for that, and I'll make up for it with a nice funny episode of shit later on.